Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Character creation for today. For those of you who don't know, every single week I do character creation for various game systems. Right now we're doing Pathfinder 2nd Edition and we're going to make a Druid. I don't know that much about making a Druid for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, but apparently you don't really need to, much to my surprise. So we're going to still be able to do this without too much trouble. My suggestion is feel free to take part in the poll. Get some food, some drink, make sure you're comfortable. I use the audience to bake a character. Like, you are making the character, not me. Okay? Would you believe it? Yes, that's how it works here. Anyway, we're going to get straight into this and start making this character, shall we? Anyway, let's get it going. No, that's not the one I want. I want this one. Here we go. Here we go. That's better. Hi, welcome to How to RPG. My name is Fred Wheeler, and this is where we talk about role-playing games. It's all about character creation, making a Druid for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I want to make it clear that I have not really read the rules clearly and concisely about the Druid. But apparently it's not absolutely necessary if you want to make a character, much to my surprise, because I don't think making a character from the book, which is 600 pages long, of course not everything is about character creation in the Pathfinder 2nd Edition book, but it's not that easy. So we're actually going to cheat. We're going to use the Wanderer's Guide. It is a website you'll find down in the description of this live stream. You'll find a link to that particular piece of software, and I'm going to bring it up right this very second and show you what it is, and we're going to use that. And I've found that this has been really useful for building characters. It's really it's made the process of being a complete beginner or a noob or somebody who's not familiar with it very, very easy in comparison to how it would have been. Otherwise, I would have never considered doing this. The only reason I'm doing this is because this particular website exists. I'm pulling up my my phone right now. And how's it going, Eddie? How's it going, F Hubba? Welcome to the live stream. Okay, let's shuffle over to our character creation website right here. This is it. This is what we're going to be using for today. Now, you can have up to 6 free characters. If you need to have more characters, you'll have to pay. It is in beta, so all of the stuff in here is available to you for free. You don't have to pay for anything. You will need a Google account or a Reddit account. One of the things I don't like about the website, and I've said this before, is the fact that I can't have a dedicated account for this website. I have to use my Google account or my Reddit account. I don't have a Reddit account. I am a YouTuber. All YouTubers, whether you realize it or not, are terrified of Reddit. But I do have a Google account. Anyway. Let's go to create a character. We'll hit the plus sign here, and it'll start the process of loading that up. So we're going to go through what is essentially an ABC system. This is the system they use for creating characters for Pathfinder. Our first task is going to be to name the character. So hashtag name the character. There we go. I'm going to let you name the character. It's in the chat. I'm waiting for you to do that. There is a bar where it says level, and you can actually select the level you want. We're going to just go with level 1. All of your ability scores all start off at 10, and they will get adjusted as we build our character. I'm going to turn off Advanced Player Guide. We don't need to use that. We're just going to use the core rule book. There's quite a few options as it is, and the Game Mastery Guide as well. So we can actually turn on a lot of these other little dials here if we wanted to. The Book of the Dead, Dark Archive, all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of resources here. It just goes on and on and on. So they have built that into the system. I've found that having auto-detect prerequisites is really good. It shows you if I've made a mistake. I found that useful for making sure that things come out right. And then class archetypes, we're going to still keep that. Okay, so we have some names coming in. I believe we'll have to punch in a name based off what we have here. Feather Merchant. We're going to go with Grill. Grill Feather Merchant. Squid Bait. Grill squid bait, squirrel bait. Is it grill squirrel bait? Feather merchant. We'll go with the squirrel one. We had a lot of squirrel fun yesterday, didn't we? Squirrel. For those of you who don't know, we do take the piss out of character creation quite a bit here. Okay, it's quite normal. It's all in good fun. For those of you who want it super serious, that's just not me. and frankly, most of the people who follow my channel, they're not that way either. Anyway, we've done the bit that we needed to do. We go on to step A, which is our ancestry. Now, ancestry is basically our race or species. So we get a few things when we select that, and I will tell you what they are in a second. So hashtag, where are you? Hashtag select and ancestry. I will tell you what your choices are. You get dwarf, elf, gnome, goblin, halfling, and human. These are all the standard playable ancestries that are available in the core rulebook for Pathfinder 2nd edition. So if you're wondering, like, oh, how many different, ancestries are there? Well, the number of ancestries is stipulated by the core, because we're only using the core rulebook. They don't have quite as many as, say, your Dungeons and Dragons 5e Player's Handbook, but then they have a lot of expansions after that. Well, I wanted elf down here, but don't have that option checked. No, yeah. So we'll get into, potentially you can look at making other stuff yourself. I just want to go through the simplified version, you might say. As I've said before, really what I'm trying to do is, this is more for beginners trying to get into Pathfinder. I want you to be able to play Pathfinder, and one of your biggest hurdles will be creating a character. So pick either dwarf, elf, gnome, goblin, halfling, or human. One of those. And if you don't pick it, I will pick it for you. I want to grab my dice just in case I need to do some decision making here. Gnome. Okay, you can hide in mushrooms. Fine. Gnome it is. Done. All right. Tells us a bit about the mushroom. The mushroom gnome. It's not a mushroom gnome. It's just a gnome. Okay. Now we're going to pick a heritage. So there are a couple of suggestions for heritage. Hashtag. Eddie, put in your suggestion for heritage in a second. Hang on, I'll tell you what they are. Hashtag pick heritage. Yep, pick a heritage. Okay, Eddie, we got here chameleon gnome, fey touched gnome, Senate gnome, umbral gnome, and the wellspring gnome. Okay, so those are the heritages that we have access to. So I'll read them out again. You can't probably see the drop down menu, but these are the ones that are available. You have the chameleon gnome, the fey touched gnome, the sensate, is it sensate? Sensate, yeah, sensate gnome, umbral gnome, and the wellspring gnome. So one of those choices. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so where's my dice? I get a 6-sided dice as you make your choice. Now, one of the things you'll notice, once we picked our gnome, you'll have a look at our stats. Our strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma was all 10 when we started. But as soon as we select, all right, Eddie, we got umbral gnome, done. You'll notice that our strength went down by 1, because that's what happens when you pick a gnome. Our dexterity stayed the same. Our con went up, though, by 2. Our intelligence is still 10, wisdom still 10, and the charisma went up by 2. So the boost is to charisma and constitution if you're a gnome, but your strength goes down. We can solve that problem if we need to, because we do get a free boost, which we'll deal with right now, because I always forget it. So we get a free boost. We get low light sensitivity or low light vision. Let's go hashtag pick. Okay, select. And ability to boost. Okay, select an ability to boost. Now the choices are strength, dexterity, intelligence, and wisdom. What you'll notice is you can't boost charisma again, and you can't boost constitution again. And the reason being is those already got boosted when you selected your gnome, your ancestry. So you can't every time you go through one of these steps, you can't boost the same ability score more than once. It's to stop people who would be min-maxing to just chuck all of their big numbers into one location and just push their number right up to 20 in certain areas. Intelligence. Okay, we'll do intelligence. Done. And we need to pick a language. There are a lot of languages. I cannot read them all out, but hashtag pick a language. Okay. Here we go. So I will read out some of them, but not all of them, because there really is. The list is enormous. There is Draconic, Dwarven, Elven, Goblin, Orcish, Abyssal. What are these things that I can actually pronounce? Aquane, Orion, Cyclops, Common. I don't think you're going to need Common. We've already got Common. Celestial, Demonic, Null, Gnomish. Again, I don't think you will need Gnomish. You want Goblin. Goblin it is. Okay. Goblin. Let's take Goblin. Next, we're going to, we've got that done. We need to take a feat. Our ancestry gives us a feat. I will call them out in a second. Hashtag. Pick. Let's pick a ancestry feat. Now, these are the choices for your ancestry feat. At level 1, we get Animal Accomplice, Burrow, Electutionist, gosh, Fey Fellowship, First World Magic, Gnome Obsession, Gnome Weapon Familiarity, oh god, jeez, Illusion Sense, Illusion Sense. Okay, so Illusion Sense, the Gnome Weapon one, the Gnome Obsession, First World Magic, Fey Fellowship, the Burrow Elocutionist, and Animal Accomplice. I'm not entirely sure what these are. First World Magic. Okay, let's take First World Magic. Got it. We're going to have to pick a cantrip now. Okay, so we had 2 votes there. So we had Illusion Sense. So I'm going to roll off. So First World Magic is going to be 1 to 10, and 11 to 20 is going to be Illusion Sense. And I rolled a 12, so it's actually going to wind up being Illusion Sense. So we'll take Illusion Sense instead. Where is it? Remove and Illusion Sense. Okay, we have Illusion Sense. Okay, there we go. Now, do you want to know what Illusion Sense does? Your ancestors spent their days cloaked and cradled in illusions, and as a result, sensing illusion magic is second nature to you. You gain a +1 circumstance bonus to both perception checks and will saving throws against illusions. When you come within 10 feet of an illusion, you can that can be disbelieved. The game master rolls a secret check for you to disbelieve it, or even if you don't spend an action to interact with the illusion. Right, so you don't even have to interact with it. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay. Let's move on. We are ready to move on to the next step. This is step B. This is the background, where we don't get a cantrip if you take. So, for example, you need to make a decision. Eddie picked First World Magic, and First World Magic gives you access to a cantrip. Okay, you get to select an additional cantrip, but if you take Illusion Sense, you do not get a cantrip. You get the feature, which is Illusion Sense. So if you want to pick up a cantrip for this particular character, and you want to get a spare one, an extra one, then you have to take first world magic. If that's what you want to do, you just need to let me do know, Fred, and I will forget about the dice roll and we'll backpedal it. It's not too difficult to do. Okay? But as I said, since you both voted... No cantrip. So Fred, you let me know. You let me know, because I let the dice make the decision. Okay, so I can always go back. So let me go through the next section here. Hashtag pick a background. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Fine. Oh, so I'm going back now. All right, fine. I'll go back. I was about to do the background. Okay. All right, here we go. So first world magic. Remove this one. And it's first world magic. And mage hand, fine. Well, is the mage hand even an option? I don't think it is. So here are the options for you as a druid. Now, a druid gets a really big list. In Dungeons & Dragons 5e, their list of cantrips is very small. So hashtag pick a cantrip. There we go. I will read them out. Listening. Here we go. So acid splash, light, detect magic, disrupt undead, electric arc. there's a lot of these. Guidance, no direction, tanglefoot, stabilize, sigil, read aura, ray of frost, produce flame, dancing lights, prestidigitation. So the list of potential cantrips that you can use out of the core rules for Pathfinder is twice the length of Dungeons & Dragons 5e. It was a bit of a tennis match, but apparently the tennis match is not a tennis match. You're actually on the same team. You just don't know it. Again, acid splash, light, detect magic, disrupt undead, electric arc, guidance, no direction, tanglefoot, stabilize, sigil, read aura, ray of frost, produce flame, dancing lights, prestidigitation. Pick one of those, okay? And if you guys pick different ones, I'm going to just roll off. It's not the end of the world. We're going to get to pick more cantrips later on. You want the electric arc. Okay, let's go with the electric arc. Right, okay, so back to the backgrounds. Let me read out the backgrounds. Come on, hashtag background. All right, we're doing backgrounds. I will read them out. Yeah, arc does sound like fun. Let's electrocute them. Okay, I'm making a note of that. Shiner81, welcome to the party, Shiner81. Prestidigitation. And by the way, Fred Hubber is a patron. I remembered today, Fred. How's that? And patrons are responsible for making sure this program continues. Okay, all right. So I'm going to read out the backgrounds. There are a lot of them. Bear with me. Acolyte, acrobat, animal whisperer, artisan, artist, barkeep, barrister, bounty hunter, charlatan, criminal, detective, emissary, entertainer, farmhand, field medic, fortune teller, gambler, gladiator, guard, herbalist, hermit, hunter, labourer, martial discipline acrobatics, martial discipline athletics, merchant, miner, noble, nomad, prisoner, sailor, scholar, scout, street urchin, tinker, warrior. We're doing all right. Animal whisperer. Okay, fine. I'm fine with animal whisperer. Let's do an animal whisperer. Seems appropriate. Let's select that. Okay, so we get when you get your background, you get to boost 2 of your ability scores. And we also get a lore type. Okay, so if you can come up with a lore that you would like to have, it could be planar lore, it could be swamp lore, something like that. It's up to you. You're actually already trained in the nature skills, so don't ask me about that one. So you just need to pick one terrain inhabited by animals, and that will be our law. Okay, so pick a terrain, but let's do the boosts first. Let's make an electric Dr. Doolittle. Bounty Hunter. Animal Whisperer and Bounty Hunter. Am I rolling off against this again? I feel like I might be rolling off. It could be Bounty Hunter, it could be Animal Whisperer. So Animal Whisperer would be a 1 to 10. Okay. And then the Bounty Hunter would be 11 to 20. Okay, all right. You think wisdom? You think wisdom? Okay, sounds like a reasonable choice. Let me just grab the one that we required. Since we're not doing Animal Whisperer now, we're moving to Bounty Hunter. Since I've done a roll off, desert terrain. Okay, so Bounty Hunter, B. There it is. There's our new background. Okay, so we won't be getting a lore because we are not an Animal Whisperer anymore. Okay, so when you make these choices, if you want me to switch it back, I can. Anyway, let's boost some stuff. Hashtag. I'm going to need to boost 2 of them. So when you do your background, you're going to boost 2 of your ability scores. Hashtag. What ability scores do we boost? And a boost is an addition of 2 more to your ability score. So you get an addition of 2. So wisdom is already on the card, so let's grab wisdom. Done. Your other choices are strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, and charisma. Although it does have the choice to select wisdom, it will not work. That's why it comes up in red. So we can't actually select wisdom, but we can select strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, or charisma. Strength. Okay, so we're going to go with strength. Okay, so wisdom and strength. We're doing a one of those compromising. We're compromising. Okay, so all of our numbers have been readjusted to compensate for that, and we should be ready to move on to do our class. Okay. Now our class is very easy. I'm just going to select Druid. It gives us all the information we need on our Druid. One of the first things you'll discover is you're going to get automatic boosts to certain things. Anyway, let's go here, and that's that done. And now we're going to pick some skills, and then we're going to do some boosting. Okay, so 3 skills to pick. Now people are going on charisma. So I got 3 charisma. I got 2 charismas. 2 charismas, not strength. You don't want strength. Oh my gosh. Make a decision. All right, okay. Wisdom and charisma. We happy? Okay. All right. Okay. Whew. All right. Now, picking some skills. Hashtag the battle of the pick 3 skills. I will tell you what you get, and then you can pick them. Okay? All right. So, the choices of our skills, because we already have nature, we already have survival, and we already have legal law. Okay? So, don't worry about that. You're a bounty hunter. But acrobatics, arcana, athletics, crafting, deception, diplomacy, intimidation, medicine, occult, performance, religion, society, stealth, thievery, or you can have a law of some kind if you want. So just make a decision about what you would like. No, it's all right. It's all good. I am always aware that there's going to be a bit of a delay or lag, okay? And it's all in good fun. It's not like it's that hard for me to go back and adjust things. It's all cool. Not to worry at all. Okay, let me read this out again. I just need some water in me. While you're deciding on what skills you would like to assign to this character. Again, your choices are acrobatics, arcana, athletics, crafting, deception, diplomacy, intimidation, medicine, occult, performance, religion, society, stealth, thievery, or we can add a law if you would like. Stealth, right, well, that's one choice, done. We still have 2 more to select from. Eddie, it's all right. They'll jump in. What you'll find is there's not that many people in the chat today, so you might find yourself doing most of the work. I can assure you that Fred Hubbard will pipe up when the time comes. Don't you worry, and so will Shiner 81. So not to concern yourself with that too much. Otherwise, I'll be sitting here waiting for somebody to finally make a decision. If you all just throw your ideas in there, I will just do a roll-off against stuff and we'll put stuff in. Okay, Shiner 81, diplomacy done, thank you. And Fred, occult done. Sweet. Awesome. Very happy about that. So we've got our skills sorted out. Let's go do our attribute, ability scores, not attribute. That's a different game, isn't it? Okay, pick for ability scores to boost. There it is. The message is in. So Eddie, I wouldn't worry too much about it because often some of the regulars who come onto the channel and when we're making characters wind up having to do the vast majority of the work because other people aren't making suggestions or commenting, possibly because they're not subscribers and they can't, but also probably because they just don't want to be highlighted in the chat. Okay, so it's all fine. The idea is that we build a character together. It's going to be a bit of fun. We'll learn how to build a character, the Druid. It won't be a chore. It won't be difficult. There's really no intention to try to make something that's designed to be played in your campaign. I just want to be able to show you how easy it is for you to do something. Do you know what I mean? So, and also the regulars know that if there's somebody who's relatively new in the chat and they're putting suggestions forward, I will tend to take the suggestions from the people who are new. So yeah. So that's how we operate here. The idea is like we don't have to be caught up too much in the it has to be min-maxed, it has to be built a particular way. We'll wind up with a character that comes out the other end that might be functional or might be just quite odd, or a character that nobody would ever want to play, or a character that people might love. You just never know with these things. So, suggestions. You've suggested wisdom, charisma, strength, dexterity. Yeah, I'm not choosing for best, I'm choosing for entertainment. So if Fred's got a different approach, you'll all be having a different approach, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm my cousin's game coming up. You got your cousin's game? Are you playing Pathfinder, are you? I'm curious, Eddie, are you actually playing Pathfinder? That would be good to know. Okay, so I'm selecting wisdom, unless somebody says something else. Charisma, strength, dexterity. Charisma. Strength. Dexterity. Okay, alright, there we go. So we've got some selections. That's that bit done. We need to select a Druidic order. You are. Aha. So I'm curious, Eddie, are you reasonably familiar with character creation for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, or has this been useful to you? This is my question. Like, has this been helpful to you? So let's just go with hashtag select a Druidic order. I will tell you what they are in a second. Your choices are animal, leaf, storm, and wild. I have no idea what they do mechanically or how they work. Just pick one and we'll figure it out from there. You know what I mean? Really, it's all we're trying to do is just go from the process of start the character, complete the character creation, and make sure we can do this reasonably quickly and understand why we would do that, you know, how to do it. That's all it really is. All right, some more water for me. Again, your choices are, Druidic order is animal, leaf, storm, and wild. So one of those four. Some more water for me. Good for me. Might even chuck in a lozenge just to keep myself going. But I'm doing all right so far today. Not too bad. It's probably because I'm not actually recording myself, and probably because I don't have something I have to read off a script or anything like that, or a certain bunch of notes. Anyway, let's just see if the chat is caught up. My phone seems to be sort of slogging along. I will roll it if nobody selects anything. I'm going to get out a 20-sided dice. So this is the thing. Don't wait for everybody else. Just throw in your suggestions. Speed is essential. Otherwise, Fred rolls a dice. Okay, all right. I look like I'm rolling a dice. I've got live stream paralysis in the audience. Okay. Okay. Right, warming up the dice. D4, and 1 is for animal, 2 is leaf, 3 will be storm, and 4 will be wild. I rolled a 1. It's animal. There we go. Done. Scrolling down. Okay, that's everything we needed to do with our class. Well, it should be. And now we go over to. Now you'll see our numbers have changed. Our ability scores have all adjusted based off this. Your chat crashed twice. Oh, that's no good. Sorry to hear about that, Fred. It's all good, man. It's all good. I've got it done. We're moving on. Right. The character sheet. Leaf. No, it's not. It must be the chat. It's got to be YouTube. It'll be YouTube. Warning. So I've got a warning here. So I've missed something. This is why I turned on that feature so it would point out when I made a mistake. So we'll press the warning, and it says here, an unselected language. So there's an extra language I'm supposed to have selected that I haven't selected somewhere in this character. So we'll go to edit. Yep. Let's go there. I'm pretty sure my live stream strength is phenomenal right now. Yes, it is. It's got to be YouTube. YouTube's having trouble. The problem is I'm piping 4K to YouTube, and they're probably struggling. You picked Storm. Okay, we can come back to the picking Storm in a second, eh? So let's have a look here. There's a language I haven't selected. It won't be here. It might be an ancestry. Come on, load on up. Waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you. There. Okay. Is there a language that I have missed? Yes, there is. There it is. Found it. It was under ancestry, so we had to pick another language. I thought we had already picked Goblin. Or has it removed Goblin as an option? No. I had picked Goblin. It's got to be a bug. It'll be a bug. That's happened. Okay. That's correct. That's correct. And I had picked animal, and you wanted to select storm. No, we don't. We shouldn't have. No, it'll tell us if we've got goblin twice. Goes with the arc. Yep, I got it. Okay, so if we get out the end here at the character sheet, it should be fixed. This isn't beta version, so the Wanderer's Guide might occasionally give you some funny results. Okay, that's fixed it. We got it working out that time. So, Grill Squirrel Bait is level 1, has 17 hit points, has a DC class of 13, 1 hero point, a will saving throw of 8, a saving throw reflex of 4, and a fortitude saving throw of 4 as well. We have 25 feet movement. We have a 6 for our perception bonus. Our strength is a 0 in terms of a modifier. Dex modifier is +1. Constitution modifier is +1. Intelligence modifier is +1. Now our wisdom modifier is +3. And so is the charisma modifier, it's +3. All our skills have been calculated for us. We do not need to figure them out. The software package does that. Tells us what our armor class is. We're not wearing armor right now. We have the option to use simple weapons and unarmed strikes. We can use light armor, medium armor, or we could be unarmored if we want to. Those are the things we are trained in. We're going to have primal spells, and yes, we've got a bunch of languages. You probably can't see them because my head's in the way, but it's Common, Druidic, Gnomish, Goblin, and Sylvan. Okay? Alright, so let's go straight to spell casting, because that's probably your first sort of like, well, what's the deal here? So what we've got to do is we've got to select 5 cantrips and 2 first level spells. And I'm going to just pull up our cantrips first. So our option for our cantrips are listed here. We get 5 that we can select. Okay. Acid Splash, Dancing Lights, Detect Magic, Disrupt Undead, Electric Arc, we should already have that down somewhere. Guidance, No Direction, Light, Prestidigitation, Produce Flame, Ray of Frost, Read Aura, Sigil, Stabilize, Tanglefoot, and I think somebody had said Prestidigitation before, so we'll select that now. So I just need 2 more. No, sorry, 4 more. 4 more. Hashtag a pick a cantrip. I'll read them out again, and you decide which ones you'd like. Yeah, it's got to be a bug with the goblin language, eh? It's still in beta, it's not complete and not finished, so that's probably what's going on there. So while you're deciding on your cantrips, I'll read them out again. Acid Splash, Dancing Lights, Detect Magic, Disrupt Undead, Electric Arc, we've already taken that, so don't worry about that one. Guidance, No Direction, Light, Produce Flame, Ray of Frost, Read Aura, Sigil, Stabilize, Tanglefoot. Detect Magic. Good. Alright, that's that one. Disrupt Undead. So Eddie's made his selection. Fred has made his selection. Disrupt Undead. I need 2 more. Hello, Itchy. Pick a cantrip quickly before we have to move on. Can Druids wear metal in Pathfinder 2e? Well, we're about to find out, actually. I'm waiting for you people to select your cantrips while I bone up on apparently building a Druid 66. So one of the things I could have done is I could have made sure I knew everything there is to know about this, but so far the software package has pretty much meant that I haven't had to do any of that. I've been able to just plug away into the software package online, and it's kind of led me in the right direction just about every single time. There haven't been too many hiccups along the way. Okay, Tanglefoot looks like there's a lot of votes. Eddie wants it, and so does Shiner. So we're going to get that one. That's 4. We need 1 more. I've already got Prestidigitation. And Itchy has suggested Guidance. Guidance it is. Okay, so let's get out of here. We now have to actually slot them in. We have to move them, drag them, grab them with the left button, drag it over. I'm going to put them into the empty spots. These are our cantrips. Like so. Ta-da! Just like so. Now, we have also got to select some first level spells. So let me go to first level. Now, our options, there is no Mind Sliver. This is Pathfinder. It's not 5e. Hashtag pick a first level spell. I will tell you what they are. So the choices are for your druid are the following: air bubble, alarm, ant hull, burning hands, charm, create water, detect poison, fear, featherfall, fleet foot, goblin pox, grease, gust of wind, heal, hydraulic push, jump, long strider, magic fang, mending, negate aroma, pass without a trace, pest form, purify food and water, shillelagh, shocking grasp, spider sting, summon animal, summon fey, summon plant or fungus, and ventriloquism. Ventriloquism. My mouth is stuck together. Grow mushroom. There isn't grow mushroom. Summon plant. That would be it was all like fungus. And then Eddie's got burning hands, and they've got goblin pox. Mending. You guys have all got all different choices. Nice. We're rolling them off. Where's my 4-sided dice? So number 1 is going to be grow mushroom. Burning hands is number 2. Goblin pox is number 3. Mending is number 4. I'm rolling my dice. I got a 4. We're going to go with mending. That's 1. Next one, let's roll it and see what we get. Oh, pass without a trace. Fine. Pass without a trace. It's changed its position. Where are you? Pass without a trace. Unselect. Added. Unadd. Doesn't want to do that. Seriously? So I can select it, but I can't unselect it. This is not helpful. Maybe I have to go back in there. All right, let me roll again. And then number 2 is burning hands. Burning hands. Burning hands. Okay. All right, so there's a couple here that I have to try to get rid of. Can I get rid of? Oh, hang on. I can probably remove spell. There we go. There we go. And then magic fang. There we go. So I can't remove it from the drop-down menu, but I can remove it from here. Okay, that's good to know. Burning hands, drop it in. Pass without a trace, drop it in. There we go. So we've got those spells. Yeah, but you can delete them from your spell list, which is at least something. I did notice the unselect option doesn't seem to be there. Okay, so, all right, that's all we needed to do with our spell selection. And so if I jump out of here, we should be all good. We should be able to go to our spells, and it should show us how they work. So, pass without a trace, burning hands, tangle foot, prestidigitation, guidance, disrupt undead, and detect magic. And if we just click them on, it then explains the spell, how it works. Anytime you see a spell with sort of 4 boxes, I mean not 4 boxes, 2 boxes, 2 squares, that requires 2 actions to cast. If it has 1 square, then it's 1 action to cast. Pathfinder is a 3 economy system, like almost many systems, like all Dungeons and Dragons really have a 3 economy system. But instead of calling them swift actions or minor actions or bonus actions, they just call them actions, and you just have to spend a certain number of your 3 actions to be able to do stuff. Can I make a change to summon Fey Mushroom? Fine. Yes, you can. You can. Anyway, let's get this done. Wrong one. Level 1 spell. Summon plant and fungus. There you go. Are we happy? Oh. Let's drop that in there. There. Okay, now I did notice that one of our spells that we should have listed here isn't here. I don't know why, but I'll find out. We have Tempest Surge as an option, part of our focus. Innate. There's our Electric Arc. Okay, so this is our core cantrips and spell. Pardon me. These are our core cantrips and spells, first level spells. Then we have our focus, which is Tempest Surge, which is a spell that we can use. And then we have our innate spell casting, which is our electric arc. So it's not lost, it is there, it's just on a different tab, okay? We don't have any real weapons right now. Our actions are listed as normal. We're going to do inventory. And I believe somebody was asking me before, can a druid wear metal armor? And that is a very good question. So hashtag select some armor, weapons, and equipment. Okay. You tell me what you want and I will punch it in. Now as for, I believe it is, here we go. Druid. Downtime. Defenses. Trained in light armor, medium armor. So I see nothing in the Pathfinder book that says that you can't wear metal armor. I would have to say it looks to me like it isn't an issue as far as I can tell. If somebody knows better than I do, you let me know. But so far I don't see anything to suggest that you can't take that sort of thing. It looks like she's all good. Yeah. I would say you can select whatever. So in terms of equipment, 270. You could have breastplate, chainmail, scale mail, hide, chain shirt, studded leather, padded leather. Okay, let's have a look at what you've selected. Yeah, light or medium armor, anything that sort of selects. Yeah, so you just tell me what type of armor you would like. I will try to buy it. A sickle, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm pretty sure that a sickle is listed as a simple weapon. Yep, it is. It is a simple weapon, so you can have that. Buy it. Got it. Club, sling, rope, hide. Fine, we'll do that. Hide armor. And details, okay. These are the other features we have. Notes go there. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's fine. Let's put the armor on. Now we have an armor class that went from 14 to 17. We need to take a sling. Let's get a sling. Give, add. Why is it just going to, what's it doing that for? Can't buy, just give. Whatever. Just stick the sling on. Bear skins. Really, rope. Rope. Let's buy it. Okay. 2E and before, no metal armor for Druid. 5E avoids, which is kind of meaningless. Yeah, I couldn't find a section that stated you couldn't wear armor for a Druid in 2E, but maybe I'm just not looking in the right place. It's a huge book. But I couldn't see it in the Druid section. shield. Now I'm not sure that you can have a shield with a druid. Let me see. I think it was only light armor and medium armor. It was not shields as well. Pardon me, champion. Cleric. Druid. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it only states trained in light armor and trained in medium armor. So there's no shields listed as an option as far as I can tell. So no shield. We have shield bash. Why do we have shield bash if that's the case? That's shield block. Other. I think that's a general thing. I think that's a general feature. I don't think shield bash is an action you can perform, but I don't think we get access to shields. I'm just looking now. Shields. Buckler. As far as I can tell, I don't see it. Which kind of makes me suggests to me that it's not an option. It may not be an option. Light armor. Fighter. Trained in all armor. Okay, so it's, yeah, okay, that's interesting. Does a shield count as something else? Does it count as light armor? Is that what a shield, is that what it represents? I made a house rule in 5e that Druid's metal armor didn't meld in their wild shape, which could give them... okay, comical results. Yeah, but shield block is a standard action that any class can perform, provided you can use a shield. And I don't believe your character's trained to use a shield, as far as I can tell. I'm not an expert in the field, so I'm going to leave that one off for now until I know better. Let me go back to equipment. Somebody had said a club, so we'll get a club. There we go. There's a club. And we can definitely have a club. We'll give them a club. Okay. Just need good berry. No, there's no good berry in this game. Yes, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if you need to be proficient in shields. I honestly have got no idea. My shields may have on my hand. Da-da-dee, da-da-buckler, da-da-da, da-da-dee, da-cheese. This goes on and on and on. Lights, taking cover. Caltrops. And the description. Yeah, I did look in the description. Anyway, let's see. What am I doing here? Caltrops. Here we are. Let's buy those. I think we probably need to get ourselves a good backpack. Yeah, I'm honestly not too sure what the deal is with shields. A shield can be used as a martial weapon for attacks. Oh, it's a martial weapon. Oh dear, for attacks. Using the statistics from the shield bash is an option only for shields that weren't designed to be used as weapons. Okay. Shield can't have runes added to it. Okay. And you can also buy an attachment to spikes. It can be found in these works. Okay. Yeah, it's not clear how that's supposed to work. I can't see anything there. Anyway, let's go with backpack. Well, your game master will let you know if you've selected a shield and you weren't supposed to. Ah dear, funny. Alright, the hat's going off. I can't deal with it anymore. It's getting in the way. Okay, backpack. Alright, keep throwing the items out. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck a few things into my pack. Backpack. Move it there. There's my rope. My backpack will open. My coin pouch is open. And what else? We need a bedroll probably. Bedroll. Add that by buying it. And it can be moved. Where is it? The bedroll. You just click it on and go to backpack and move it by pressing the button, and it's done. Okay, next. What else is on our list of things that we need to have? Probably like a healer's kit. I think we get a healer's kit. I'm pretty sure you can. Yes, you can. Buy a healer's kit. Let's buy that. Okay, and we'll put our healer's kit into our backpack, like so. Dice Goblin J, Fred, you're not wearing your hat. No, I took it off. It was getting in. My brain was not working properly. Sometimes I just need to take it off. It's like as I'm doing a live stream, my head swells and the hat just doesn't quite fit. Rations, good point. Grappling hook, rope. Oh. So we've got plenty of suggestions here. Let's get these things down. Rations. Week's rations. Let's buy them. Buy. Got our rations. Select it. Into our pack. Move it. Done. Next. Grappling hook. Grappling hook. There we go. And buy it. Grab it. Put our grappling hook where it needs to go. Why is our grappling hook? No, it's not in our pouch. Just for a second there I thought it was. It's in our backpack. That's where it's going to go. And should be tied to our rope, which I'm about to buy. Okay. No, we have rope. We have rope. I bought rope, didn't I? A good supply of granola, heavy on the dried mushrooms. Oh, funny. Okay. Was there anything else that you felt that you needed to put onto this character? We'll put them on now. Soap, of course. Soap. Buy. Okay, and then I can grab the soap. I can put that into our backpack as well. Move it. Chalk, string. Oh, good lord. Okay, here we go. Oh, water skin. Good point, Eddie. Water skin. Water skin. There it is. Almost forgot that, baby. There we go. It's on. Water skin can go in our backpack as well. Move. Flint and steel. Yes, we want to create fire. Flint. Flint and steel. Let's buy that. And where do I stick it? Flint and steel should be going into the backpack. Okay, and then somebody had said torches. Good point. Torches. Oh, chalk, string. I still got to get to that. Torches. Torch. Oh, maybe torch. There we go. A torch. Torch. They're very cheap. We won't be putting in our backpack, but we'll probably be holding that. We're going to have that in the hand, right? Sandals. I don't know if you got sandals. No, no sandals. Next is chalk. Chalk, yep. 10 pieces of chalk. We can buy that. Very cheap. And our chalk will go into our pack along with our caltrops. And our caltrops, oops, that's not quite what I was trying to do. No. Give me a break. There we go. Oh, okay, here we go. Backpack move. Done. Alright, what's next? Bacon. I've typed bacon in here before and it doesn't come up with bacon. Did you really think there was going to be bacon here? No, no bacon. String. I think string is not going to be an option. What a surprise. No string. Okay. bacon string. All right, so that is our character just about sorted out. Let's go and just have a quick look at what we've got here. We've got all our spells worked out. Innate, focus spells, core spells, all listed, all worked out. Our weapon attacks should all be calculated. So we've got our sickle, our sling, our club, and our fists. And how much damage they do has all been calculated. Our range, great. Actions are there. So this character should be ready to rock. 2 sheep. Mobile food supply. It's not going to have sheep there. You know that. We're not going to have sheep there. They won't have made that option. You'll have to go catch one. You have to catch the sheep. Anyway, that's it. We made a Druid today for Pathfinder 2nd Ed Edition. And of course, we will come back and build some more characters for Pathfinder. I believe we are getting closer and closer to the end, but we're not there yet. I foresee maybe we have 3 more weeks left before we'll be moving on to a new game system that we build characters for. So we've done the Druid. I know we've done the Fighter already. So we've got the Monk coming up. So we'll be doing the Monk. I think that's next week. We've got to deal with the... I think we're making as a rogue, a wizard, and a sorcerer. I think that's right. I could be wrong. It's possible. I have been wrong before. But that would be my guess, is that we've got those ones left to make ultimately in the end. And I think I can check to see if I've... yeah, because we've done the Alchemist, the Barbarian, the Bard, Champion, Cleric, Druid today, Fighter already done, Ranger's done. So yes, so we've got the Monk, the Rogue, the Sorcerer, and the Wizard, which is roughly about 4 more weeks of live streams where we'll be building characters. A frying pan. The first to die gnome. Yeah, no, I mean, hey, no bacon, no bacon. What am I going to do? Go catch a pig. Vampire of the Masquerade, 5e Creation Night. Well, I don't have Vampire of the Masquerade, and so I would also have to learn that system. I'm currently, as it happens, going to be on Friday this week learning to build a character for Morkbork or Merkbork, which is supposed to be death or doom metal role-playing game, basically. It's a Swedish game. It's very much based off Dungeons and Dragons, like many games are, but it's also like there's a lot of death. So DungeonDad, Josiah, has agreed to run through I convinced some YouTubers to actually build characters and play in a one-shot. So we're going to do that this Friday in New Zealand, Thursday in North America, for those of you who are wondering what time it would be. I'll put that up in the future. But it also means if I can figure out how to make a character for Morkbork or Merkborky, then we'll do character creation for Morkbork or Merkborky. Okay, that might come up. That might be a thing. I would imagine it's not likely to happen before I do Beck Me Dungeons and Dragons. I think it's much more likely I will do some dedicated Beck Me Dungeons and Dragons character creation in the future, because I have actually made a few characters for Beck Me. And so I know a bit more about that, but I'm not quite ready. I'm glad you like the sound of that. Okay, we're going to give you lots and lots of variety here. In any case, I am spent and done. It's time for me to go. I will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing variant roles for basic combat. So we'll be looking at sort of role-playing games and some basic ways of using different variant roles for basic combat in your role-playing game. It will be looking very much at games such as Dungeons and Dragons, whatever version it might be, but some different ways of approaching initiative, inspiration, things like that. And possibly, well, actually not possibly, but quite likely the attack rolls. Like, is there a different way of calculating our attack bonus? How might that look? Yeah, and so I'll be going over a lot of different variations. We'll see how we go. depending on how much we get through. It's not the end of the world if I don't get it all done, because I'll roll back through and we'll do more variant rolls in the future. Yes, using sheep to trip as a trip hazard. A trip hazard? A trip trap. Well done, thank you, you caught me up. Anyway, I want to say a huge thank you to all of my patrons who support me on Patreon. I really do appreciate it, because you are the ones who really make it possible for this program to continue. I want to thank everybody who took part in the poll today. I really do appreciate that too. It makes a big difference when people actually vote and let me know how things are going. And so far it's been quite interesting in terms of how many people have actually built a Pathfinder Druid character. Like 50% said no, yes 30%, incomplete 10%, so hopefully those people who are incomplete will be able to finish it, and there's 10% just watching. So thank you for that. If you were watching, listening, just hanging out with us, thank you so much for doing so. Those of you who have been taking part in the chat really made a big difference. Eddie, Fred Hubber in particular, really helpful. Shiner81, Dice Goblin, thank you for chiming in there. All of those of you who helped build the character today, really, it's necessary to have you here. Itchy, can't forget you. Okay, so wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, the night, or the wee early morning, please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbours. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s.